What's up, fellow YouTubers? We're back at it with another video. Still recuperating from eye surgery as we speak. Cheers. Now, I'm going to limit myself to 2 drinks in this video, plus the one that I had earlier, to show that I can cut down on alcohol and I don't need booze to have a good time. After this beer, I'm going to make me a whiskey sour, and yeah, we'll just hang out for a bit, do a quick little video. I do apologize if the red eye is a bit disconcerting. I just got out of eye surgery. My lazy eyes are now corrected. Insecurity with our looks. Let's talk about that for a second. This is something that women and men both have to deal with, but the majority of the time women get pressured to be prettier because that's just the crap women have to go through. But that certainly doesn't mean that men aren't put to the same pressures. Shit, the only 6-pack I can get is at the liquor store. That's my joke anyways. One of the jokes I tell. Regrettably, eating healthy sucks because sometimes healthy food tastes like crap. You know, good old home cooking, fast food, etc. That tastes way better, doesn't it? Yeah. I'll give you a couple things to think about in this here video. But the first thing I'm going to say is, do you think the very first humans to ever exist and evolve from apes on this planet, do you think they survived off of eating plants alone? The answer is no, they didn't. How the fuck, humans survived after this many years without Walgreens or a doctor or what have you is insane. I've got most of my shit packed up, or what I can pack up. It's not going to take me long to unload this apartment and load it into the new one. It'll take a lot longer to organize everything in my new apartment, plus clean the old one, but it's going to be a long couple of weeks for me, but the end result is going to be so much better, YouTube. The new place kicks ass, and I'm looking forward to moving into it. Yes, sir. And it'll happen, just gotta be patient. As anxious as I am to move into my new place, I do gotta recuperate from eye surgery a little bit. Doctor said no heavy lifting over 50 pounds. But what happens as men and women when we see someone more attractive than us? We either aspire to be as good looking as that person, or we get super jealous. You know what I'm saying? You'll see some chick at a dress store, she's like a size 15, but the dress she wants is a size 8. They don't make it in any size bigger, and she's sitting there holding that dress in front of her, just pouting because she doesn't look the way she wants to feel. Meanwhile, there's a chick walking by that dress store looking at that chick who's pouting, going, I wished I looked as good as they did. That seems to be the common story. So if you're insecure about the way your hair looks, maybe you're not the fullest on top, or maybe you got a couple extra pounds, there's someone else out there who wishes they looked as good as you. You know, and looks are not everything, YouTube. Looks are only half of it. when it comes to dating, looks are half of it. You know, physical attraction is something that both genders express. Even if us men are called pigs for acknowledging physical beauty on women, women do it too. You see chicks begging to take some dude to take his shirt off or whatever. How is that any different? Now, I'm not trying to be an ass, that's just a fair point. And certainly there are women out there who are just as obsessed as looking good for the opposite sex. But if you're working out because you want to look good for someone else, do it because you want to look good for you. That's the biggest thing people misconstrued when they start working out and getting into shape and dieting and exercising. If you're doing it for someone else's approval, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, YouTube. You do those things because you want to look good for you. And quite frankly, I don't care if I got a bit of a beer gut. Quite frankly, I don't care if my hair is thinning. It doesn't matter to me. I got enough chicks that I know of that would gladly date me in a heartbeat. Just saying. Now that I've got a new place, gone through my eye surgery, got most of my shit packed up, I'm kind of just taking the time to relax a bit before I move into my new place. And that'll be nice. That'll be nice. I might be able to get my monetization privileges back on YouTube. That would be pretty sweet. So that when I go live on Streamlabs, people will be able to donate on that as well if they want to. No, I've never asked my fans for money. I appreciate what they do for me, I really do. And there might be a couple days this coming week where I'm not on YouTube as much, I don't make as many videos, but I'll be back. So, this is a step in the right direction, YouTube. Seems how it's Thanksgiving next week. I want to start off by saying I'm very thankful for my family, my friends, and the success that I have acquired on YouTube, and of course for my new place and for my wand business. Which, like I said, my wand business will continue when I'm in my new place, but we're going to have to do things a bit differently. 2020 was not a very easy year for a lot of people. I think if the worst I can say for 2020 was I got my lease terminated, I can't say I'm doing too bad for myself, honestly. And when I see other people who are struggling, it makes me humble for my struggles. There are people out there who say, I feel sorry for Cobra because he has Asperger's. I'm like, don't feel sorry for me, man. There are people out there who need it more than you do, more than I do. And some of these people don't even ask for your sympathy, they just ask for your understanding. But as men and women, we're told you have to have the perfect body. Like, no, you don't. The perfect body is unobtainable. Doesn't matter how much you work out, how much plastic surgery you get. And if someone rejects you because they have higher standards or you're not their type, someone better will come along. Don't think of it as being told no. Think about it as someone better will come along. And to prove my theory on this, while we sip on our mango goodness, let's ask Google a question, shall we? How many people are on planet Earth in 2020?
7,800,000,000 people. According to Wikipedia, in demographics, the world population is the total number of humans currently living, and was estimated to have reached 7,800,000,000 people as of March 2020.
That's a lot of people. So getting told no by one person that's nothing, dude. It really is nothing in comparisons. People are asking how the eye surgery's going. Pretty good. Taking a break from wearing the surgery glasses and letting my eyes adjust a little bit. Looks kind of scary and demonic, I will say that. I was kidding. Being as my right eye is the one I had cataract surgery on recently before the lazy eye surgery, the doctor said that was common and it should go down. But you can't let people push you around. You really can't. And there's a way to do that. You got to analyze the situation and ask yourself, would being a bigger dick make this better or make this worse? You might get your point across, but you might lose a couple of opinions from other people along the way. You know what? And this is the problem with it. If we make the stereotypes about body image issues strictly female, because that is a stereotype, YouTube, that women have to put up with. They get told you have to have the perfect body. Men get told the same crap. But because of that negative double standard for women, that women are expected to be their prettiest, this issue tends to be more focused on when it happens to women. And it just creates this parallel of victimization, and I don't like it. No, I'm not touching the Tylenol for the rest of the night. Gotta play it smart with them pills, man. I took 2 this morning, but that was a long ass time ago, so we're Gucci. Why do women get sex toys? For the same reason men get them. They want the fun and the perks of the relationship with none of the bullshit. And that's because people have the wrong attitude about certain things. You know what I'm saying? If your woman's having a bad day and she just unloads all of her emotional insecurities onto you, and she's just going off about how fucking horrible her day was, that's the fun of the relationship right there, is being there for your other half. You know, if your so-called woman is pissed off or angry or yelling, and you know she's mad, you can sense it, you can feel it, but you're still grinning because you're in the same room she is. Yeah. That's 50-50 for you though, YouTube. That's what relationships are all about. A lot of guys are focused on getting laid instead of making money. And because the society we live in does condition people into the gender-based stereotypes that we have for women and men. It's the truth, dude. If we expect men to get laid all the time, as a man, your masculinity is measured by how much pussy you can get and how tough you are. And it's horse shit. Now, when women and men are mean to each other, all the nice guys and all the nice gals turn into assholes. Without a doubt, every time. It never fails. Now, growing up as a man, you'll never hear the end of it from women. You know, if I had $100 for every time I heard women bitch about man or man bitch about woman, I'd be a rich motherfucker. You know? And here's the thing of it, YouTube. We can change these behavioral patterns with just a simple selection. First thing, you have to realize that women and men are equal. Okay? It sucks that women have to give birth to children. The crap that a woman's body goes through because woman bears child is ridiculous. You know, it's important for a man to be understanding and sympathize with it, but that doesn't make you better than men. You know what I'm saying? Because men will have their struggles too, and that's what the focus is that women and men both struggle with certain things. And, that's good beer. Excuse me. And, you know, when I hear a collective of people complaining about the dating scene, sometimes being single doesn't look so bad after all. Excuse me. You know? And staying single and observant is going to make you a better dating partner. That's just a fact. You go to a bar on a busy Friday night and your table just happens to be next to a table full of chatty, white girl-wasted drunks. Some of them female, some of them male. And every one of them's got problems with a relationship, just got out of one, they're in one that's shit, or they haven't found someone. And all of them are just sitting there bitching and moaning about the same fucking thing. And it's like, well then. And collectively, when you see that, and that's just it, you'll see it on social media too. You know, and it's just sad. And we're all guilty of it. I'm guilty of it, posting too much on social media, and you know, that's why I've learned to be a bit more personal with it and not like post everything, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, still produce content for you cool cobras. But don't let someone make you feel insecure about the way you look. If you want to change the way you look, then change it. You know, maybe you're feeling like crap because you're trying to shed a couple extra pounds and it's taking longer than you hoped, but you'll get there eventually. I get that. But there are some people who are going to be stuck at the weight they have. There are some people who are just overweight. They're born overweight, and that's just how it is. And you know what I'm saying? Try to look at life like this, and this is something I've tried to adapt for many years. It could be worse. You know, try to focus on the things you have that are good in your life versus the things that are not so good. And if you could change the not so good things, how can you change it? You know what I'm saying? Um, my example to that would be my temper. It hasn't gotten perfect, but it's 1,000 times better. I de-escalate quickly, and you know, I'm learning to just say to myself, you know what, is this really worth flipping out about? Like, regardless of the fact if you have Asperger's or not, is this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm definitely a lot better in that department. Um, yeah. Well, you know, women have tempers too, but that's no excuse. Like, anger is a natural human function. But sometimes you just gotta take a deep breath and be like, you know what, this isn't worth blowing my cork over, you know? Like, why? I mean, for the last couple of weeks, you didn't see me on YouTube very often because you were like, well, what's Cobra doing now that he's got his lease termed? Now that I got it taken care of, I can go back to making my videos. Then take a break again while I'm getting everything organized. But yeah, don't let people manipulate you into feeling like crap because you're single or because you have a crap body or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to fat acceptance, the true meaning of fat acceptance, you know what I'm saying? There are some people out there who choose to be fat on purpose, and then there are some people out there who can't help it. They've been fat their entire fucking life. And you get the ones who choose to be it, making the ones who can't help it look bad, you know? And that's just the truth of it. Like, I may sit in front of my computer, but I get exercise, dude. I don't have a car. So I'll ride bike and walk wherever I have to go, especially if it's here in town. But my motto is you don't judge people based off of anything but how they treat other people. Plain and simple. You judge people based off of their character, not what they look like. You know what I'm saying? I got people who judge me all the fucking time, and I don't give a shit. You know, because people are going to say and do what they're going to say and do. We live in a judgmental society that pushes fashion into our face. Like, this is what's in this fall season. Fuck all that. Okay? Who gives a shit what's in this fall season? If you want to wear baggy clothes that are out of style, do it. You know? People have often say, how do you put up with the trolls? Um, because I see other YouTubers that I watch getting fucked with too. I'm not the only one who gets bullied on YouTube. That's just a common thing on the internet, unfortunately. People who are that sad and desperate with their lives. But, yeah. I got bullied in school growing up, and I laugh at that shit, because now I'm a famous YouTuber about to hit 20k subs. It's pretty bitchin'. Just saying. Couple of cans for Darth to smell. And there was a bar here in town that made a pretty delicious whiskey sour, I'm not gonna lie. When I mixed Jack Daniels with brisk lemon tea, it tasted pretty freaking good. But what if we take some Country Time lemonade and mix it with that instead? See how it do. And like I said, this is going to be all I'm drinking for tonight. I don't need to get obnoxiously drunk. Make myself a mixed drink and then I can have one for tomorrow. See how that works. Let's see how that Country Time tastes. Hold up. That's good. Not a sponsor. So pour about that much lemonade in there. Save the rest of that for later. And then pour a splash of JD in there. Lemonade and Jack Daniels. A whiskey sour, yes. Now these beverages, the mango beer and the Jack is for 21 and up. That's most definitely what's up. Which I agree, but the tobacco age being 21 and up is, you know what I'm saying? Don't even get me started on that crap. Yep. That one, hold up. I might need to grab my trusty Smith & Wesson knife and open her up. There we go. There we go. Splash of that goodness. That is just mixed perfectly. You can taste the Jack, you can taste the lemonade, but there's no burn. Oh, that is smooth. Yeah, buddy, that'll do it for the evening. Save this good, delicious goodness for later. Anyways, hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. Why is that always the standard? Like, Garfield says he hates Mondays. I know that's the joke, but it always seems like, that's actually real. You know what I'm saying? Mondays can suck, but how do you deal with it? You know what I'm saying? You wake up late for work, you're stuck in traffic, your boss is chewing you out, now you gotta stay late, all this other shit. And by the time you get home, the only thing you can post on your Twitter is, yep, definitely a Monday. You know, when I first started making YouTube videos, I was playing my guitar, and people, even back then, were like, Cobra, you suck at guitar. I stuck with it, and I'm beast at it now. Speaking of guitar, should Cobra shred some 6-string sexiness on his Warlock? Yes, I shall. Let me adjust the sound on the computer here so we don't blow out the eardrums. There we go. Gotta love electric guitar. I mean, yeah, when the trolls are sitting there going on about how horrible I am at guitar, that becomes my motivation to be like, oh yeah, check this out. Yeah, buddy. Now, if you'd like to smell good for your lady friends, get yourself some tactical soap. Coupon code King Cobra will get you 15% off your next order directly off the Grondike Soap website. Yeah, buddy. That soap kicks Asperger's. want spooky tuning, it's real easy. You want standard on strings. The bottom three and the top one are standard, but these two get changed. Not quite spooky, but oh yeah, I forgot spooky tuning can do a really badass Star Spangled Banner. Oh, YouTube. Don't you just love guitar? It's a beautiful instrument. Ooh. A little bit of guitar to juice your ears for the video. Nothing is oddly more satisfying than when these trolls sit there and say you're shit at guitar. You pull out your guitar like, okay, pull off some shredding, and then their face just drops like, since when can Cobra play guitar? I mean, you'd be sitting there going, since when can Cobra play guitar? Wow. But yeah, I want to grab this here drink combo for the rest of the video, and then yeah, hope y'all have a fantastic night. I know I am. It's still pretty red from eye surgery, but it's starting to clear up a little bit. That's good. What happens then when women and men start understanding each other? The bigger question you have to ask yourself is, YouTube, how does that standard affect the opposite sex? You know what I'm saying? Well, think about it. If women are expected to be their prettiest, then that puts all this pressure on men to find, you know what I'm saying? And these gender-based relations have a way of ping-ponging off each other and affecting our genders in the way that they do. And if you look at this behavior pattern, you see it play out with both sides. You see it play out with the gender relations. Men are expected to always be their toughest. So when men get emotional, it scares some women. To think that some men can be just as emotional as women, it scares a lot of women. And when women can be just as tough as men, hoo-wee. Scares the crap out of men too. Acknowledging that strength and that weakness in each other, and acknowledging that nobody's perfect, and that if you're in a solid relationship, you're there for each other. Now, if marriage counseling works for you and your other half, cool. But I'm here to tell you right now, you are your other half's best counselor. It don't cost you a dime, just a minute of your time. The only time I would suggest marriage counseling is if you and your other half cannot confide in each other. Or if you feel like dragging other people into your relationship. Well, think about it. If you got a couple who dates each other, and then you got a couple who they hang out with, couples will go on double dates. It's very common in the adult world to have married couples have dinner with each other, like, oh, how's your life going? How's your life going, you know? What happens if you take 4 couples and 2 out of the 4 are fighting with each other, and they drag you, the other couple, into their shit? Now you're having a fight with your other half about someone else's shit. And I'm like, no, dude, if you're gonna pull that crap, go see a marriage counselor. Because you know how fucking awkward that is if, like, let's say the dude and the other dude in the relationship, like, you got four couples, and the two dudes that have their own wives have been friends since high school. But of course, the wife is making them pick the other side because you know how that goes. Okay, don't get sideswept by that crap. Okay, if you are a couple and you see another couple trying to drag you and your other half into their problems, simply tell them, hey, we're a mutual party in this. We don't want any part of your fucking drama. Y'all can just do that and we'll see you next time, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship for that kind of crap to happen. Even if you're not dating, friends will do that to each other too. You got three best friends, and two on the other side are fighting, so the one in the middle gets caught in between both of them, and it's like, And if you're truly friends with that person, don't make them pick sides. You know, if I'm friends with a small circle of people and they're fighting with one of my friends, I stay the fuck out of it, YouTube. Because I don't want drama in my life. I hate drama. You know, I think a lot of us do. And people out there who subconsciously start drama because they're bored, these are some sick fucks, man, let me tell you. Like, there are people out there who are so bored with their lives, they literally start drama on purpose just to fuck with people and watch the chaos unfold. And it's like, why? If this was happening to you at the worst inconvenient time, you wouldn't like it. But you're doing it to someone else because you're bored. As much as I try to understand the human race or humans and human psychology and gender relations, there's still a lot to unfold and unpack. It's very complex, YouTube. But as much as I love doing YouTube videos, my life does not revolve around YouTube. I have a life outside of YouTube. I hang out with friends, family, just like any other normal person. But, yeah. Now, every human being feels like shit when they're single. It's natural. Being lonely sucks, and society puts too much pressure on us adults to date. And then that pressure is then passed on to the younger generation. That's why teens act the way they do. Think about it. Hmm. Country Time lemonade and a splash of Jack Daniels. Now that is just delicious. That's a very quick and easy way to make a whiskey sour. That is just exquisite, YouTube. I want to keep fighting for the good causes, YouTube, because I'm a solid fucker, you know that? And that genuine attitude is hard to find in a lot of people. If I truly gave a shit what my haters thought, I'd stop dressing like this. That's, you know what I'm saying? But right now I'm living my best life and I'm kicking ass at what I do. So, yeah, let the haters talk smack. It's just gonna dig my haters into a deeper hole. It really is. One second, I gotta pee. The 2 beers and the mixed drink are going right through me. Honestly, I don't mind limiting myself on alcohol. It saves more for later. Oh, that's better. When you examine gender relations, you have to ask yourself, what would it be like to be in the other person's shoes, and then think, how can that impact your own gender? And then when you take into accountability that women and men are similar in a lot of ways, that's what separates people in general when it comes to race and gender, is people are so busy focusing on the differences rather than what makes us the same. Hmm. Life will kick you in the balls and be like, how'd you like that? You know, in my case, my lease got terminated. I had to find a new place ASAP. And I did just that. It may take me a whole day to move out, but yeah, man. I am gonna miss this apartment because this is where I got the King Cobra JFS channel started. Was this apartment right here. But I'm moving on to better things. I got a good feeling about that, YouTube. Well, YouTube, that's the last squizzle for the video. Try to keep an optimistic mind because things will get better. That's the best way to put it. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching my night video. If you like the advice and the guitar playing, subscribe for more. I'll catch you cool cobras later.